Hello everyone and welcome to Michelle Reads and Vlogs. I am very excited today to share with you my reading vlog of Sally Rooney, Beautiful World, Where Are You? So full disclosure, I am filming this intro after I've read the book, so I have now finished. So I'm going to share with you what I felt and thought along the way. If you watched my unboxing video where we opened the Books That Matter box that this came within, you'll have heard me talk a lot about my feelings in the past on Sally Rooney. And what I would say now, in hindsight, is that I read Normal People over 2 years ago. So for 2 years I've had this thought about Sally Rooney, and with Normal People I just thought that it was a little bit boring and a little bit dull. I didn't really connect with any of the characters. What I will say is that I tried to keep as open mind as possible with this, and I think that if you're going to read it, you should too. A brief synopsis of the book. So one of the main characters is called Alice. I would really say that the story mostly focuses on her. She lives in Ireland, out in the countryside, 3 hours away from Dublin, and she is a writer. So she's moved into this huge house where she can work from. So she meets this character called Felix whilst out in the countryside. He is local, he works in a factory, and from the very beginning of the story, we see that they have some sort of a connection. Meanwhile, whilst we are looking at Alice's story out in the countryside, we've got her best friend from university, Eileen. Eileen still lives in Dublin, and she works for this kind of poetry magazine, and she has this on and off interest with Simon. So Simon is someone she has known since childhood. And most of the story is with them living their separate lives, Alice and Felix out in the countryside, and then we've got Eileen and Simon in the city, and most of the correspondence between the two main female characters is email, and the emails take up whole chapters of the book, and they're very interesting. So that is what I will leave you with. Watch my vlog footage and we'll see how we get on. Enjoy. So I unboxed this yesterday. I read the first chapter last night, so I just thought that I would share my reaction and my feelings to that first chapter. And basically, I don't really have any. Well, I do. I want to like this. I said this in my unboxing. I want to like this book. But the first chapter in, I'm not sold yet. I'm trying to keep an open mind, trying my best. So I'm going to carry on, read a bit more, and tell you what I think. Okay, I'll get back to it. So it's a couple of days later and I'm only on page 19. I just don't want to reach for this book. I'm going to try and force myself to read a chapter or two now. I spoke to my friend. She said that she was on page 79 and really into it. So I'll try and get a bit further. But it's not a great start. I'll speak to you soon. So it's the same day and I've read a bit more actually. So I am about to begin chapter 6, which is page 54-ish. And it's getting better. I'm kind of feeling a little bit more into the writing and the story now. And, you know, Sally Rooney is a brilliant writer. I think I forgot that from Normal People. I think on Normal People I was so focused on the story, and it's been over 2 years since I read it, so I guess I couldn't really remember what her writing was like, and actually I'm enjoying her writing, really enjoying it. And the story so far is okay. She has said some really insightful things from some of the characters. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. But I can put it down. Like, I'm not addicted to reading it. I'm almost having to force myself to read chapters. So I'll be like, oh, I'll just go on my phone for a bit, and then I'll read a chapter, and then I'll do some laundry, and then I'll read a chapter. Then I'll pop and go out and get some dog food, and then I'll come back and I'll read a chapter. Yeah. So I'm still not 100% sold, but it's okay. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll keep you updated. So it's a little bit later the same day, and I am now on page 79, about to start chapter 9. This is where my friend was, I think yesterday when we spoke about this, or this morning, and she said the book has got some really good ideas, and I agree. The character Eileen, the one who lives in Dublin, she is like my spirit animal. Like, the things that she says, the thoughts that she has are absolutely spot on. Similar to what I think myself quite often. So I feel really tuned in with her character. So I think I'm going to enjoy reading this a little bit more now that I'm kind of stuck in, and I'm enjoying it. So that's good. Okay, I'm going to carry on. I'll speak to you later. Okay, so I'm on page 91, which is chapter 10. Yes, Flower, we're telling everyone about the book. And I'm really getting into it, like really getting into it. So I think what I'm really enjoying about Sally Rooney's writing in this book is that it's all about these different forms of conversation. So there's a lot of email conversation, telephone conversation, and then conversation in person. And pretty much all of the story is coming across in this conversation. So anything that she writes kind of like descriptive from the author's point of view is very limited and in very good detail. It's very concise. So it just works really well. Really, really well. I'm enjoying it. Anyway, that's it from Flower and I at the moment. Yeah, you're enjoying cuddles, aren't you? Yes, you are. We are going to break for dinner and then carry on reading. Hello, it is the following morning and I have been reading. I'm now just short of 200 pages in, and what can I say? I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this book. The thing that I am enjoying most, or the part that I'm enjoying most, is the email conversation between the two female characters, Alice and Eileen. I'm really enjoying their correspondence. They don't talk on the phone, they only talk via email. And it's a whole chapter written as an email, kind of from one to the other, and then a couple of chapters later you'll get one back. And it's good, and obviously it's interspersed with their everyday lives, and then with the two male characters, Felix and Simon. Yeah, enjoying it. Really enjoying it. I kind of do just want to sit and read now. I have seen a lot of other people have spoken about their reading of the book. And a lot of people said that they just read it cover to cover or within a day. And I honestly don't think I could do that. Like, some of the chapters, especially the emails between the two females, they're so intense that I have to put the book down and make a cup of tea and go on my phone for a bit and do something else just to digest the information before I move on. I feel like if I just move on, I won't do it justice. That's how much I'm enjoying it. So yeah, good. It's all good. So kind of just over halfway through, I will keep you updated. Okay, I am still in my pyjamas. It is past midday, it is the afternoon, but I finished. So I spent most of the morning reading and I'm now finished. And I'm finding it really difficult to put into words what I want to say. So firstly, let me start by, without spoiling anything, saying that I enjoyed it. Did I think that this was absolutely earth-shatteringly amazing, like lots of people have said? No. But maybe that's the problem with hype. When somebody hypes something up, it's difficult then for everyone else to meet the expectations of that hype. And I could come up with hundreds of examples in pop culture where this has happened, and with modern TV series, you know, things just like Game of Thrones. How many people were disappointed with Game of Thrones at the end because it was so good? The hype was up there, the expectations were up there. Line of Duty on the BBC recently, 6 seasons, I think it had, 5 or 6. And at the end, people were like, oh, is that it? Because the expectation is so high. And then it becomes so difficult to meet that expectation. And with my feelings on Sally Rooney's previous work with Normal People, which I wasn't overly thrilled about. You know, maybe it was going to be difficult for me to absolutely love this, but I enjoyed it. I liked the characters and the way they were written. I think the book was written very, very well. I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars. The reason why I wouldn't give it 5 is because for it to be a 5-star, it basically has to become one of my favourite books, a book that I would pick up and read again. And I'm going to be honest, I'm probably never going to pick up this and read it again. Once was good, but it was enough. I think that some of the characters, especially Eileen, I really liked Eileen. She had some really brilliant thoughts on the world in this, like brilliance. The end, I felt like was just a little bit of a letdown. I don't know, it was a book about the world and life. And I think between the 4 different characters and their differences, at least one of their lives will resonate with you. And it was good for that reason. So that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched to this point, give it a big thumbs up, or if you disliked the video, give it a thumbs down. You do you. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know if you've read the book, what you thought about it. If you don't want to read it, why don't you want to read it? Just let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. And of course, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. That would really help me out. Have a good rest of the day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.